Hi everyone, I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. We currently have a small earthquake swarm along the Reykjanes Ridge. What's going on here has got to do with what's going on up there in Iceland. It's connected to the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. There in Iceland, the seismic activity in connection with the April 1st magma flow continues with 80 to 120 earthquakes occurring every hour. And that's according to the latest statement from the Icelandic Meteorological Office. The Reykjanes Ridge is a segment of the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, a divergent tectonic plate boundary that runs through the Atlantic Ocean, located southwest of Iceland, and it stretches approximately 900 kilometers or 560 miles from the Icelandic margin to the Blight fracture zone. And I got that drawn out here, right there. In 2023, there was also a swarm in this area. Looks like the biggest was probably a magnitude 5.3. There were several of them. This is an area where the North American and the Eurasian tectonic plates are slowly moving apart at about 20 millimeters per year. Unlike other parts of the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, the Reykjanes Ridge is known for its oblique spreading. Here's a definition of that. Oblique spreading occurs along slow, intermediate, and super fast spreading centers. Oblique may be related to magma overpressure or to plate boundary reorganization. Here we have the moment tensor ball for that magnitude 6.9. I have mentioned several times how, because of the upper mantle of the earth is heating up, we got magma rising. Let me show you another image. I'll give a link to this paper or page down below in the more information box that's below the video. Here it says Greenland and North American failed rift. And here is Iceland. Let me bring it up a little bit so you can. They call it a failed rift, but it's still working to separate between the North American plate and the Eurasian plate. Just because it hasn't completely separated doesn't mean it's failed. Now, the Reykjanes Ridge is heavily influenced by its proximity to the Iceland hotspot, a mantle plume that contributes to enhanced volcanic activity and thicker than normal oceanic crust. So this fault zone, let me bring it back out, the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, it extends all the way to Iceland, and you can kind of see here this difference in color, what they call the Reykjanes Peninsula, southwest Iceland. It's one of the few places where the Mid-Atlantic Ridge rises above sea level. Let me bring this in so you can see we got some small little islands here that have formed because of that rising. It changes into a volcanic zone marked by fissure swarms, shield volcanoes, and extensive lava fields. Which we currently got going on right now. Let's see, where is it? I want to show you the location of where the magma's been coming up there at Greeley. The town's been evacuated. I talked about that in my last video. Once in a while they have an eruptions out there in the ocean off the coast, and that's why they got these little islands here right over there. They've been studying that, trying to learn more about the interaction. At a magnitude 6.9, that's very significant. So things, to me, in my opinion, we're going to have some large earthquakes, and they're going to probably have some even larger eruptions of the magma there along that fault zone. What it looks like to me, let me go to the Met office. The majority of the earthquakes have been on the North American side. So we got some definite tectonic plate movement going on. And as I said before, we're just going to have to see, as the pressure is moved going towards the west, where's the next great earthquake going to be? Let's bring this over. What do we got here? We got Canada, we got Greenland, Maine. Yeah, anything could happen along the East Coast. You just don't know. I would look for Canada. Some earthquakes occurring there in Canada because of the movement in this direction. But we got the magma coming up, creating pressure, which is making these earthquakes, so they're going to have probably some much larger plumes of lava there on Iceland. So that's all I have for you right now. What are your thoughts? Put your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you to Spammy, who sent me an email about this 6.9 earthquake. Please stay safe. Always be prepared for a disaster, and I'll talk to you later. God bless y'all. Bye.